one of the things that we discovered during testing for PathTrack 4.5 is that there are a tremendous number of variables that can affect whether or not the full band capture feature functions or not. So we needed to provide some method in order to be able to look at the parameters of the cable modem, what hardware it had in it, who the manufacturer was, what firmware that it had in it, was it older than DOCSIS 3.0, were we able to communicate to it at all? All of this information became relevant, not just for us from a testing standpoint, but it also now becomes key information to let a customer know the status of the modems that he has within his system. So we put together some report pages that we originally weren't planning on doing that give us a tremendous insight into what the modem population is for each one of the customers. And that's where the downstream node details comes from. So when we launch into that, the first thing that happens is it's going to load up a node list of every node that is currently being looked at through P&M. And it's going to take quite a while. It can have many, many thousands of nodes in order to populate this list. So everybody needs to be patient as this is loading up. Now, while it is loading up, I can tell you that the way that we get this information for the downstream full band capture is one time per day. We will go out and we will query all of the modems in succession, not all at once, and we cache that data. And we're going to look at that spectrum data based on the last polling cycle that we did for that modem. So one of the things that we needed to do is we needed to see when was the last time that we collected, how many total modems are there on this node, how many are geocoded, how many are online, how many were we able to get data for full band capture from, and then what type of impairments were we seeing based on the information that came back. And that's what provided this list for us. And you can see we've got the node name here. These are the last time that we collected data from these particular nodes. Total number of modems on the node. And this is also ties into what we've got from the CMTS and from P&M. The modems that are geocoded, the ones that are online, how many we were able to get full band capture data for, and then our different types of impairments. Low level, tilt, roll off, was there a suck out, did we have a resonant peak, ripple, FM and LTE ingress. I can scroll over to the side, did we have an adjacent channel problem? And we also have the ability to export all of this information to CSV and PDF, or we could turn off any of these columns that we don't want to see. And each of these columns is sortable. So if we want to sort on how many modems analyzed, I can get the node with the largest number of modems that provided full band capture data, which in this case is BM42A, showed me 58 modems that had full band capture capability. And I can also view the information about every one of those modems that reported back on that node. And we'll look at that in just a second. First, we want to go through and sort one of these columns. It does a filter thing, just like the rest of PathTrack does. So if I start typing SF8, 9, it's going to filter down to anything that has SF8, 9 in it. It gives me those three particular nodes. And if I click on one of the nodes, now it's going to bring up the map that corresponds to the geolocation of all of the modems that are on there. And it's going to show me which impairments are present on those particular modems.